Hi there, today I'm going to be listening to How I'm Feeling Now by Charli XCX. This is an interesting one for me. I vividly remember when this album came out. I remember all of the love, all of the praise it got, and I told myself that I would check it out, and I just never did. I wasn't really interested in Charli's music at the time. I have since heard a few albums of hers. I've heard Crash, I've heard Charli, I've heard Pop 2, which is my favorite. And I feel like this is the logical next step, and I should check this one out next. So I'm excited to get into it. I don't think I know any of the songs, but I could be wrong. As always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the video. Feel free to check out my social medias, and the whole album reaction will be up uncut on Patreon, as always. Let's get into it. First track is Pink Diamond.
Yeah. I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard. Pink diamond in the dark. I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard. Lip gloss on and I'm looking like a star. Got a tiny bag but I've got a big heart. On the video jack, cute skirt and a bra. I'm feeling so fine, kinda feeling like a star. Gonna give you good views, watch me whip it up. I'm really so rare, I'm sent from above. Wish you could come round, pick me up in your car. Yeah. I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard. Pink diamond in the dark. I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard for days. I just wanna feel it in different ways. Every single night kinda feels the same. I'm a pink diamond, I need space. I'm online and I'm feeling so glamorous. Watch me shine for the boys and the cameras. In real life, could the club even handle us? In real life, could the club even handle us? I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard. Pink diamond in the dark. I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard. Pink diamond in the dark. I just wanna go real hard. I just wanna go real hard.
That does in fact go real hard. I have to respect the chaos. I have to respect how off the wall it is. I have to respect how bold of an opener it is and how in your face it is. It feels kind of aggressive. It's like it's the kind of song that just will not meet you halfway. And it is what it is. And if you get it, you get it. And I love that for it. The sound of it kind of reminds me of the Vroom Vroom EP. At least more so than anything else that I've heard from her. Great. Perfect opener. Fantastic. Next song is Forever.
Suicide, you and I drove for miles. No one be here, be here, be here with you. No one be here, be here, be here with you. Yeah, now we gotta let this go. Draw the car off the road. I gotta give you time to grow, yeah. Not a ghost, you're in my head. Not a ghost, you're in my head. I will always love you. I'll love you forever. Even when we're not together, I will always love you.
I feel like I've heard this before, but I don't know why.
You take your time, I'll take mine. We'll be fine. No one be here, be here, be here with you. When the roof caved in and the water fell through, I didn't wanna leave you low. Draw the car off the road. I hope you get some time to grow, yeah. Not a ghost, you're in my head. I will always love you. I love you forever. Even when we're not together, I will always love you.
Yeah, I know this chorus. I've definitely heard this before.
Cold just like December, but I will always love you. I love you forever. Yeah, I love you forever. I love you
It's a very sweet song lyrically, obviously, with the I will always love you, I'll love you forever. It has such a fun, catchy chorus, but it is still pretty chaotic pretty noisy. It still feels like, despite being such a lovey-dovey song, that you need to like blast it at full volume because of those harsher sections. It is obviously a little bit more laid back than Pink Diamond, but it still has its moments. And yeah, another great track. Another perfect track. Next up is Claws.
Like your mind, like your smile, like your eyes, I could die. Aeroplane, US fly, singing songs like Jeremiah. I like everything about you. I like.
I've also definitely heard this chorus before. Am I gonna know more songs than I realized?
Be alone. Don't you hold me back, 'cause I know I wanna go. I'm not shy, make you sigh, slip and slide. Hot thighs, juicy just like clementine. Sorry if I make you cry. Party time, hop inside, we're so high, roller coaster ride. I like everything about you. I like everything about you. Don't you hold me back, 'cause I know I don't wanna be alone. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I have definitely heard that song before. It is basically a flawless song, though. I feel like so far this album has such an interesting combination of like harshness, but also like brightness and shininess. It feels like you're getting hit with a baseball bat, but that baseball bat is made out of that like translucent, glittery pink plastic. You know the one. It feels like getting hit with a baseball bat made out of that, which is probably the stupidest way that I've ever described music, but it is true. Yeah, it's another song that feels so sickly sweet, but it works because of the production. Um, it is also just unapologetically catchy. Like, there's no way for that chorus to not get stuck in your head. Like, I've heard it maybe once in my life, and the second I heard that first line, I knew that I knew it. Like, it's just so effective. Next up is 7 Years.
Could have fallen, but we only grow. Yeah. So I made my house a home with you. Bright air, and it feels brand new. I used to live inside a lie with you. Hello, I see clearly. So long been scared to show off my feelings. Hello, got no meaning. No, I really see it. I know that look inside my eyes means always. Even if we fall apart, split the ways. 7 years and it's been you and I. Never ever think twice. 'Cause you're exactly really my type. I think we took some sleeping pills on that flight. 7 years have really flown by. Swoosh. I know that look inside my eyes means always. Even if we fall apart, split the ways. I know that look inside my eyes means always. Even if we fall apart, split the ways. So strange, always. I know that look inside my eyes means deep,
That one is definitely less in your face than the first few. I wasn't as immediately blown away by that one, but I do still like it. I like how genuine and personal it feels. Like, the last couple of tracks have definitely been pretty lovey-dovey, but this one just feels a little bit warmer and like a little bit more real, I guess. It was more minimalistic than the last couple, and so it was easier to kind of just focus on the lyrics and the vocals. So it is less immediately striking to me than the ones that we've heard so far, but I do still like it. Next up is Detonate.
Close myself off in noise. Building walls in my sleep, I can't turn back. I've been reeling for 12 days. When I start to see fear, it gets real bad. Hurt me, no you won't hurt me. I'm about to detonate. Pull you close and then I'll be gone. Hurt me, no you never hurt me. I'm about to detonate. Pull you close and then I'll be gone. I don't trust myself at all. Why should you trust me? I don't trust myself alone. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just feeling confused. My emotions get blue. How to push them all through. Hurt me, no you won't hurt me. I'm about to detonate. Pull you close and then I'll be gone. Sorry, never say sorry. All the silence resonates. Think you with me, but you're wrong. I don't trust myself alone. Why should you love me?
That's another one that's quite a bit more subtle. It's definitely a switch up with the vibes of the lyrics. I feel like the last few songs have been so confidently romantic, and this one just has so much self-doubt and so much self-destruction. The production is quite a bit calmer again. There is something about it that sounds like really bright and really glittery that I enjoy. It definitely feels like the kind of song that you would dance and cry to at the same time. I actually quite liked it. I feel like it's the kind of song that will grow on me more on future listens since it was a little bit more subtle, but I actually quite liked it. Next up is Enemy.
You might help me intimacy. I'll admit I'm scared. Maybe you can reach me. Yeah. Maybe you're my enemy. Now I'm feeling that you come a little close to me. Maybe you're my enemy. Baby, you're my enemy. Yeah. Suddenly you're in my bedroom under my sheets every night. Suddenly I lose my fear. It feels good. Yeah. Now it's really getting me. You could do a little damage. You could cut me deep. Maybe you're my enemy. Baby, you're my enemy. So calm at the surface. I'm scared of nothing. Underneath, I'm nervous. Can you reach me? So calm at the surface. Can you reach me?
I think a tough journey to be on whilst you're around a lot of people. I feel like I'm learning that about myself.
Maybe you're my enemy. Now I'm feeling that you come a little close to me. Maybe you're my enemy. You're the only one who knows how you really feel. Now it's really getting me. You could do a little damage. You could cut me deep.
So we have hit the self-destructive part of this album, and it's too real. Given that this album was made in 2020, though, I think it's kind of understandable. It definitely feels relatable to when we were all stuck inside and stuck with our own thoughts. And I feel like we all were collectively losing our minds a little bit. I will say it's strange because this album started off so maximalist and so, like, harsh And I feel like it's kind of been calming down as it goes on, so I feel like my expectations have kind of been shifting the longer it goes on. I don't know. This the last few tracks haven't been quite what I was expecting, but next up is I Finally Understand. Okay. A little more bouncy.
The walls are all gone, deeply melting down. Liquid in my hands, secret in my mouth. Footage on my phone, did it with your tongue. And now it's sticking close, and I understand that baby, I love you bad. 'Cause lately, you finally understand. I finally understand, finally understand. My therapist said I hate myself really bad. You tell me it's fine, let me cry and hug it out. But baby, I love you bad. 'Cause lately, you finally understand. Liquid in my hands, liquid in my mouth. Got me tripping out, got me tripping out. Feel it in my core and the feeling's raw. You love me even when I hate myself, I'm sure. The baby, I love you bad. 'Cause lately, you finally understand. But maybe the feeling I found might kill me. Put me in the ground.
Oh, is my camera frozen? Hold on. There we are. Okay. Sorry, I don't know how long that was going on for. Okay. So there's been a bit of resolution lyrically after the last couple of tracks with the my therapist said I hate myself really bad. You tell me it's fine, let me cry and hug it out. The you love me even when I hate myself, I'm sure. It's a fun one. It's a little bit more upbeat. It's not one of my favorites, to be honest. It just feels like it's missing something. I don't know. I felt a little bit underwhelmed by it on first listen, but it's fine. It's fun. I enjoyed it. It's just definitely not a standout. Okay. Next up is C 2.0.
Yeah, I'm next level so legit with all my click, 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 yeah. I'm next level so legit with all my click, click, yeah.
So I already see in the top of the Genius description interpolates lyrics and vocals from Click, a fan favorite off XCX's 2019 album Charli.
White sheets, you and me used to lay close. Blue summer sitting high in the window. Phone calls every night had a new glow. My click running through my mind like a rainbow. We were so in love, so we let go. I miss them every night. I miss them by my side. Catch my tears when I cry. My click on me for life. Driving around the dorm, look at you, little bright. White sheets, you and me used to lay close. Blue summer sitting high in the window. Phone calls every night had a new glow. My click running through my mind like a rainbow. We were so in love, so we let go. Took it in our lungs, then we all chose. I miss them. 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 I miss them every night.
I'm next level with all my
It feels weird to say this about a song that sounds like that, but it's actually pretty fucking sad. I feel like that's actually maybe one of my favorites from the album. It is a really cool idea to take a song from an older album and rework it like that. Wow, her mind. Obviously, like I said, this is her pandemic album, and I'm not really sure how to put it, but with some of these songs, it does definitely feel kind of frustrated and like impulsive and like it wants to get out. Like it's very fitting for the situation. It's really cool. I like it. I like the concept, the idea. I like the sound. I like the kind of feeling of loneliness that it evokes despite sounding really fun. And yeah, I like that we're back to those more hectic sounds. So let's get into Party for You.
I only do this party for you. Only do this party for you, for you, for you. I was hoping you would come through. I was hoping you would come through. It's true, it's true. Only do this party for you. I only do this party for you, for you. Called your digits, but the phone kept ringing. Wish I knew what you were thinking. Nah, 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 1,000 pink balloons. Dancing on to your favorite tunes. Hope you walk in the party, cause I do the party just for you. Like, whoa. I only do this party for you. Only do this party for you, for you, for you. I'm about to party on you. Watch me party on you, yeah. You can watch me pull up on your body like it's summer. Take my clothes off in the water, splash you around and get you blessed like holy water. I don't know what you were waiting for. You know that I've been waiting for you. Be right back. Why you treating me like someone that you never loved? I only do this party for you. Only do this party for you, for you, for you. I was hoping you would come through. I was hoping you would come through. It's true, it's true. I only do this party for you. Only do this party for you, for you, for you. I was hoping you would come through. I was hoping you would come through. It's true, it's true. Only do this party for you. I only do this party for you. Party on you, party on you, party on, 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 party on you, party on, party on you, party on you, party on, party on you, party on you, party on you.
The applause sound at the end is so weirdly sad, given the context that this album was made in. I would have loved to have this album in 2020. I am so incredibly dumb when it comes to listening to music in an appropriate time frame. It took me a while to get into that one. I think I ended up liking it in the end. It's incredibly repetitive, but I don't mind it too much. It is a cute sentiment of like throwing a whole party just to get to spend time with one person. I like it. I don't love it. Next up is Anthems.
I'm so bored. Wake up late, eat some cereal. Try my best to be physical. Lose myself in a TV show. Staring out to oblivion. All my friends are invisible. I write. Sometimes I feel okay. Some days I'm so frightened. I want anthems. Stay nice like friends. New York. I sleep. I wanna wake up brand new. These days exhausting. Go online shopping. I'm so uninspired. I just wanna breathe. Silence in the trees. Dirt all on my knees. Got some hands to hold on to. I wanna feel the heat from all the bodies. I want anthems. Stay nice like friends. New York. I sleep. I wanna wake up brand new. I sleep. I wanna wake up with you. I want anthems. I wanna I sleep. I wanna wake up with you. I want anthems. Stay nice like friends. New York. Finally, when it's over, we might be even closer.
Okay. Yeah, that is one of my favorites. It's back to that more chaotic, hectic, heavier sound, and I love it for that. It definitely conveys the feeling of being stuck inside and frustrated and just needing to release your emotions. That is one of my favorite tracks on the album. I do love the, like, kind of sweeter, softer songs that were towards the middle, but this is the sound that I really love from this album. I love the chaos. We're at the final track, which is Visions. So, here we go.
Visions in the past, to realize right from the start, tearing up your heart. You and I, we really went dark, grabbing to you so hard. Something keeps on pulling me close, so close, but I got pictures in my mind. I can see it so clearly, see it all so right. I see you and I, visions coming every night. You can call me so crazy, following that light. I see you and I got pictures in my mind. I can see it so clearly, and it looks so right. I see you. Something keeps on pulling me close, so close, grabbing to you so hard. Something keeps on pulling me close, so close. I got pictures in my mind. I can see it so clearly, see it all so right. Visions coming every night. You can call me so crazy, following that light. I see you and I got pictures in my mind. I got pictures in my mind.
Okay, alarm clock. Really just had to stab us in the brain to close things off. So we're ending on a hopeful note lyrically and a crazy note sonically. It is a cool closer. I love the way it develops. Another really, really great track. And that is the album. So as far as favorite tracks go, I'm gonna say, let's see, I'm gonna say Claws, I'm gonna say Anthems, and I'm gonna say Pink Diamond are my favorite tracks on first listen. I feel like it's a fantastic album. Like, obviously I'm gonna need to listen to it more to fully know how I feel about it compared to her other work, but I feel like it's one of my favorites. I did feel like it was maybe slightly starting to drag in the middle a little bit, but that's kind of just a nitpick. I just felt like it wasn't bringing quite as much energy, but I did still like those songs, and I could see me appreciating them more in the future once I get more used to them. So, great album, fantastic. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know what your favorite tracks are. Also, like, let me know if there's anything else that would be worth checking out from her on this channel. Yeah, that's all from me. Have a great rest of your day. As always, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out my social media. All album reaction is up on Cut on Patreon, and yeah, goodbye.